You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you just might find you get what you need. I've been working to identify some of the main problems that we are facing in D&D and really just in role-playing games in general. So been trying to figure out, what are the big problems that we're all up against, and I'm very interested in finding solutions to these problems for the betterment of this experience, this RPG experience that we love, and really for the betterment of the game itself, this game that really is more than just a game. As I go about this, I'm really coming across many different problems that are concerning me and really worrying me greatly. And I have a bunch of ideas for different solutions. I'm really going to try in this video to focus in on one solution that I'm offering, that I'm working on for this, this collective RPG problem that we're facing. So in other words, this video is not only going to be just like analyzing and speculating, I'm also literally calling upon you to help me in something, a ball that I already have rolling that you can get involved with pretty much right away. So I don't want to get ahead of myself here. There are two common things that I hear people bring up all the time. For years now, I've been hearing a lot of things, but there are two things that really stick out in my mind. The first thing is that scheduling is a pain. I hear this all the time. It's hard to get things scheduled. It's hard to even find a group. Getting yourself organized to actually play D&D takes too much effort. So that's the first problem, organizing a campaign. It has to do with finding a group, with organizing people, with scheduling, just all those different hoops you got to go through just to freaking play the game. And the second thing that I hear a lot is, Esper, I want to play in your game. I wish I could play at your table. And, that's great to hear that, but I'm just one guy. I can only run so many D&D games. I do publish modules, I publish them, I sell them, and so that is a way where you can essentially play in my game, or at least something that's kind of close to it. I think that's a pretty good solution, and of course I would encourage you all to, if you support this cause, to go check that out. Maybe pick up one of my modules. I'll have a new one called Eldritch Castle coming out really soon. But I understand there are limitations there with, getting someone's adventure module. And, a GM doesn't necessarily always want to play in that way. And besides, really, this is much, much bigger than just me. When someone says, Esper, I want to play in your game, I wish I could play at your table. Really what I hear is that the person has this longing to play in a great game, right? To play with a good quality GM. The person wants a good quality GM, a good story, a good quality campaign. And even if they don't know exactly what that even means, like what would that exactly look like to play in this great campaign, still, I see that. There is this yearning, this longing to play in a good quality campaign. So there's a second problem, the lack of high quality campaigns. So the two problems, organizing a campaign and the quality of campaigns. So I am here offering a solution right now. I and a number of others have already been developing a community campaign. It's called Myriad Legends. And I'm talking about the Esper the Bard community, a big campaign, a mega campaign with a pool of GMs and lots of players. This is not a paid game. Everyone doing this is doing it just out of the love for the game and the love for, developing this community and for being a part of this world of Ichoros that you all have been getting bits and pieces of, samples of, on my YouTube videos for years now. So we're doing this because we want to develop this collaborative project. We want to develop the world of Ichoros, this setting. So Myriad Legends, that's the name of the community campaign. It's actually been running in a pilot phase for a number of months now. And so now is the time to shift things into higher gear. Talking about D&D, analyzing D&D, that's all fine and well, but we should not lose touch with actually playing the game. So Myriad Legends is online. It's organized through Discord. It's on my Discord server, Esper the Bard Discord server. The links are always down in the video description. Like I said, a mega campaign, multiple GMs, lots of players. I need more GMs. Really, that's what I'm calling for in this video. I'm putting out a call for GMs who are interested, and then we're going to bring in a bunch more players too. I'll get to some more details here in just a moment. So it's a mega campaign. It's sort of a West Marches style, if you're familiar with West Marches. So part of the solution to this organization problem is that scheduling is really easy in this campaign. Imagine that. Scheduling and organizing D&D is easy. The campaign uses this bot called Apollo. So what happens is a GM prepares, let's say you're the GM, okay? So you prepare your adventure, and then you make a post through the Apollo bot on this Myriad Legends channel in my server. You've got the adventure prepared, and when you can play, you, the GM, just pick the time that's best for you. I can play, next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you just put that in the post on Discord. Name of the adventure. Here, I'll show it here on the screen. So you can see there's all the basic information, when it is, and how many people can play. And then the players just take it upon themselves to join in. They just accept people who can actually play at that time. Then the adventure post fills up with players that have joined. The GM will make a group chat with those players exclusively and, send the link to the VTT or to whatever platform. The GM can use whatever VTT or just theater of the mind, whatever you prefer to do, however you prefer to play games. So my role in this, what do I call it? I'm the president, I'm the steward, I'm the author, I'm overseeing and coordinating this whole project. I'm like the coordinator. I'm also one of the GMs. I also run games. The whole campaign takes place in the world of Ichoros. The world building is ongoing. We're fleshing out this world, and there is a lot to explore. So every GM has a region. So like you would have your own region, and I take a little square, like a little region, out of the map of the known world, and I give it to you. And I give you a little bit of information, like you have the basic, landform and a bit of knowledge about the region. Like I said, the lore is ongoing, so there might be some lore you can look into, read about, videos you can watch. So you basically get a framework, but then you have all of these blank spaces to fill in and flesh out and create your own really interesting region in this world. And then I have periodic conference calls with the GMs where we can talk about what problems we've been encountering, find solutions to them, share tips with each other, and basically I'm serving like a mentor to the GMs in this campaign. There is a small amount of campaign setting rules, the Ichoros campaign setting rules. They fit onto one page. That's the idea. There needs to not be a ton of house rules. They need to all just fit on one page. Basically, the setting rules are there to enforce and develop the style that we're aiming for, but they're not a chore to implement. None of them are just these like crazy, nitty-gritty, super complicated things. So I'm putting out this call for game masters to participate in Myriad Legends. If you are interested in participating as a GM, I want to hear from you. I'll put out a call for players later, but first I need GMs. So if you believe in this cause of fighting for the spirit of great adventure, for fighting for the soul of the mythic tradition, heed this call. Let me know. If you'll forgive me, I'll read from some notes here because they're specific. So what are the requirements to be a GM for Myriad Legends? You need to have enough experience as a GM to run 5th edition D&D. You don't have to be a total expert, but you do have to be proficient with 5e, and you have to have that desire for great adventures. You need to be able to run games online. Now, whether that's through a VTT or Theater of the Mind or some combination of the two, that's up to you. I use Foundry. Other people use Roll20 or Table Plop I've seen. Some just do Theater of the Mind. Really, that creative choice is in your hands. But you need to be able to run games online. Computer, microphone, camera, etc. You need to be available to run at least one session a month, though preferably you're going to be running more sessions than just one a month. And you need to be interested in being a part of the world of Ichoros if you like this style that's a bit more grounded, a bit more mature, has a bit more tension, a bit more depth, mythic, classic fantasy, or swords and sorcery type flavor. If you like playing in those sorts of styles, or you have some sort of connection with the things I've said, then come be a part of Ichoros. So this really is like an application type process. How do you apply to be a GM? Send me an email. It's esper@esperthebard.com. I know, a really creative inbox name. That's the one inbox that my web host has given me. So esper@esperthebard.com. Send me an email. Let me know you're interested in applying to be a GM. include your name or your nickname, whatever you want to be called, and an estimate of how often you could run sessions. Feel free to include other details about yourself in the email if you are so inclined. You'll need to join my Discord server, the Esper the Bard Discord server, linked down below, and you need to prepare a very short pilot session. I mean just a short, maximum of 1 hour mini session for low-level characters. So this could be like a little mini dungeon or like part of a dungeon or maybe the opening scene to an adventure. Your scenario must include a combat encounter and a social interaction with an NPC. Whether those things are together as one or they're two separate bits, up to you. And really all the other creative choices will be up to you. So just prepare a very short 1 hour maximum mini session that is suitable for low-level characters and a combat encounter and an NPC interaction in there. And then that's going to get run as part of your application process. A small group will play that. There will be at least one admin in the group. And then after the session, sometime afterwards, you will get the acceptance or a polite decline. And if you are a GM in Myriad Legends, you also are a player. You also have access to playing characters in other GM's regions. In the near future, I will also be putting out a call for players. If you could only be a player, then just please be patient, bear with me. Those floodgates are going to have to get opened just a little bit down the line once we get more GMs and a little bit more world building and regions put in place first. So come on, everybody, let's get this rolling. Let's get the ball in motion. Let's get this into higher gear. I'm serious about this. I am feeling a call. Something has ignited in me. And where this exactly goes, what it's going to evolve into, I don't quite know. But I know that we need to actually play and we need to get this forge stoking. So there it is. There's the Bard's Call, looking for GMs for Myriad Legends. Please let me know if you're interested. In the meantime, everybody also is welcome just to join on my Discord server. I mean, anyone's welcome to do that. I always put the links down in the video description. So come on there and you can just hang out. I have a lot of channels on that server. So there it is. One solution to our RPG problem. And I'll have some more solutions and talk about more problems that I'm identifying in future videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of the support and encouragement everyone has been showing me over the past week or so. Also appreciate everyone expressing their concerns and even the constructive criticism and the not so constructive criticism. All the emails and messages I've been receiving, all the comments, I'm very grateful for that from the bottom of my heart. I'm embarking on a strange and daunting adventure and doing what I can to endeavor forward. Until next time, my brave companions, may your adventures be many.